Hello, everybody, and welcome to Comics News Today. I am Chester C. Busby III, coming at you here today with some very interesting news, and I got my panel set up here. Let's go ahead and say hello to them. How you doing today, Mr. Chairman?
I'm here. I'm good. How are you?
I'm awesome,
All's
man.
fine.
I'm doing really well. It's a nice day. I'm happy, man. I'm busy,
Oh,
but
it's
I'm happy.
it's a nice day.
It is a nice day.
I I couldn't get into my truck this morning. I
Wow.
went out and apparently it had rained a little bit right before evening or right in the evening time, and then a flash freeze hit. So I had like a 16th of an inch or an eighth of an inch of coating where I couldn't actually even get like the door into the door.
I see. We got to work on those
It was
biceps a little bit then.
it was terrible. It was sealed shut. Anyway, all is fine now.
That's good. That's good. Did you piss on it? That usually helps.
Now I use a little rubbing alcohol. Thank you.
All right, fine. Be civilized about it then. I see we have Oscar Fair Tosspot over here. Hope I'm not late. Long hours at work, awaiting Dina's commission. Weather is a drab. So weather is drab. I see. Anyway, how's everyone doing? I'm doing awesome. DeWolf is having freezing problems, but let's go
It's
find out and see what
cold. Yeah.
it's cold. Yeah. What is the temperature over there right now?
It was 26, probably down to 24.
No, well, that's not that bad. I know we were having like
Nope.
minus 40, minus 50 in certain last week, but
Yeah. Yeah. Up in the Great Lakes.
I have nothing like that over here. It's a balmy spring days in the winter here. Anyway, which is sad because I miss the snow. But how you doing, Pixel?
I'm
Pixel.
doing pretty good, man. Yeah. SHIT, so happy it's Thursday. So I'm in a good mood today.
All right, yeah, I guess it is your
Right
Thursday.
on.
It's my Friday, end of the week.
It's-
But of course, my week actually I work on Saturday as well. But
yeah,
well, Japanese, 6 days a week.
yeah. We've got nice weather here. Alexa, what's the weather right now?
Right now in San Diego, it's 64 degrees Fahrenheit with mostly sunny skies. Tonight's
64.
forecast has
Alexa, shut up. Perfect. All right, we're good to go.
Nice. Alexa helps you out. But of course, I'm glad the weather is nice, but unfortunately, you live in California, which is a problem unto itself. But you know,
Yeah.
have you now San Diego? I know is more of a blue collar town with a lot of shipping and industry and stuff like that. Do you guys have the same problem a lot of the rest of California has with all the homeless and the drug needles everywhere and all just the trouble that comes with that? Are you having that problem in San
Uh,
Diego?
there definitely is some issues with that in San Diego just because of the climate, like you heard. I mean, 60 some odd degrees in the middle of wintertime.
Yeah.
So it's it's become an issue. There's a homeless population downtown. They're doing things to fix it, but you may have heard just like a few months back there was a massive hepatitis issue,
Yeah.
and it was spreading all throughout like San Diego and LA and various things too, because the homeless situation was getting out of control. They seem to be taking better care of it, and they're starting to make efforts to get them into like centralized locations and try to get them back on their feet and stuff. But there's a long ways to go, and it's hard because other cities and stuff are shipping them all down this way.
Yeah, I'd imagine. That's the
Yeah,
ongoing problem with California.
yeah,
Liberalism wants to save everybody, but then they don't want to do anything to help anybody. Ooh.
yeah, and we get the double whammy too. Well, we are a military city as well, so there's a lot of conservatives and a lot of military presence and stuff. But we're
Yeah.
also a border town, so we've got immigration issues, we've got homeless issues. There's a lot of stuff that happens here, but for the most part, it stays pretty calm. Not too much going on. It's pretty mellow down here for the most part.
Yeah, I'd imagine you must have a fairly ticked off Hispanic community down there, and because I mean, those guys have been living there a long time. I mean, Hispanics been part of Southern California before since it was California, right? So they
Yeah,
they
yeah,
must be pissed, I'd say, at all these problems.
yeah. Yeah, there's definitely a certain element that aren't too happy with it, and a lot of the people here too are legally here,
Yeah, I know.
and they see the illegal stuff going on, and they're everybody that I know that's legally here are just, yeah, furious. It's like, fix it. Fix it now. You know?
Sure, because some of the illegals coming in are just like they've always come in, and that's not a big deal. I mean, it's illegal, but
Yeah.
they're not harming anything. They're just trying to make a better life for themselves. But then you have a big portion of it, which is actually just criminality. And who do
Hmm.
they prey on first? Well, they prey on the Latino community first. Those guys are suffering hard. I mean, all across the southern border, the Latino communities, the actual American Latino communities, are suffering really badly, actually. It's
Yeah.
it's something to talk about. But that would be politics, and we're here to talk about comic books, so we're gonna move on from that. But I'm glad you're having a nice day. So
Thank you.
yeah, we have the Denali Lama amongst us. How you doing, man?
I'm doing okay. How's everybody doing?
No, pretty good. Yeah, hepatitis
Yep.
and all. I'd say it's going pretty good.
Well, I'm glad nobody has hepatitis here.
No, I
Take
don't.
your shots.
Yeah, we don't have any hepatitis here. None of that. Goodness
None of
gracious.
that. None of that.
All right, guys. Well, we're going to get into our first stories over here. But of course, I want to remind you that down below we have our links to Facebook and our FanSpeak page, which is growing, and we're seeing a lot of new people coming on. But the thing I enjoy most about it is we're seeing a lot more people post things, whether it be what comic books they're buying or what they're working on. We have a lot of artists and writers in the community, of course. It's just so much interaction starting to build up, and we've been working on that for a long time, and it's starting to really take off now, and I'm really happy about that. So if you guys aren't part of the fan speak, please go over and join that and interact. It is a great spot to find out the news and everything that's going on every day. So it has that use as well, but interact as well. Show us what you're reading. Give us reviews. Give us opinions. And once again, if you want to be on the show, you can drop it in the fan speak. I guess we try our best to keep an eye on that, especially Denali. He's really good about that. But it's a lot easier if you want to be on the show to go to the links to me. To my Twitter or my Facebook, and just send a tweet directly at me saying you want to be on the show. That's a lot easier for me to organize because I have a lot of stuff on my plate. But either way, it will get done. So we're very happy about all that's going on with that, and I'm really happy that Denali created the page. I mean, how long ago did you create that page, Denali?
Oh man, about like a month after we started, basically.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
5-6 months ago.
Yeah, and it's really cool. It's growing really well, and I'm really happy with the interaction. It's cool, guys. Thank you very much. We have Avail in here. Hail Raven, of course. Nice to see you. But let's get over here and look at our first stories that we have today. And the first one is kind of confusing to me because, Denali, I saw some news the other day.
Hmm.
I think it was on Weaponized Nerd Rage's stream, where they were talking about the Robert Patterson, I think his name is, that Twilight boy, was going to be the new Batman, right?
Right.
But now I'm hearing something about Army Hammer as Batman. What's going on here, man? I'm confused.
Well, so they're speculating that they're re-getting Army Hammer as Batman. He was originally cast for the original Justice League back in the early 2000s, before this incarnation was going to happen. I can't remember who it was. It was the same director who directed I Am Legend with Will Smith.
Okay.
And he got hired on as the Batman for that incarnation.
George Miller's Justice League Mortal movie. Yeah, I see.
Correct. There you go. Yeah. So basically, they're saying that one of the names that was kicked around because he was already posed to be Batman and wanted a familiar face would be Army Hammer. And if you kind of see one of his movies, he does have the physicality for Batman.
And, yeah, no, he does, for sure. Yeah.
So that's why it's kicking around. I know that Twilight Boy was, I hate to say it, also mentioned, so these are just rumors, more or less, but it's just really more speculation than anything
I
on
see.
this point.
Yeah. Well,
Hmm.
I'm kind of wondering if it wouldn't be better for DC to just kind of put let it put it down and let it cool off for a while, instead of just trying to really push a Batman. I think they really need to take a step back and rethink what they're doing. But yeah, it's
But
actually sitting right here. His name is Pattinson. I didn't know that. But
yeah,
Wonder if they're
they
I wonder if they're going on the idea of if you flood the market, something will stick, right? A blind pig will find an acorn every once in a while.
wow, that's a strange
So,
analogy.
so, so if you try something so many times and long enough, then eventually, it'll work. And so, I'm almost for it. Go ahead and just put out another Batman, another Batman, another Batman. And
Hmm.
well, Batman is their top
And
grossing
it
moneymaker,
absolutely is.
unfortunately.
yeah,
The thing with me is, I personally don't think they've ever actually done Batman correct yet. I don't think we have a quintessential Batman movie yet. I think we have quintessential Batman anime. I think animated movie. I think, but actual live action, I don't think they've actually hit it. A lot of people love the Michael Keaton one, and I think it's fine, but it doesn't stand up to time really well, guys. And I loved Heath Ledger as a Joker, even though it wasn't really the Joker. But Christian Bale wasn't the greatest Batman, which hurts me to say because I love Christian Bale. But I mean, just to be
that
fully honest about it,
Yeah, that got the close. That got the closest,
it
I
did.
think.
It did.
I think
Yeah.
if you could possibly include some of the more spectacular elements of the first Batman with Christian Bale's, you kind of get closer to what we expect. I like the MCU.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Because they have done that. That's a good comment. I mean, we know the movie's going to be a little bit different than the comic book, obviously, and there's nothing wrong with that. And if that really irks you, you kind of got to lighten up. I mean, it's a movie; they have to approach it differently than a comic book, right? But I think the Marvel movies in general have captured the spirit of every character so far pretty well.
Yeah,
Yeah, we have Uncanny
Yeah,
and
Kodiak.
but the same argument can be said that they haven't really captured, the Marvel characters as well.
You're right. But I mean, for me, Hugh Jackman, even though he doesn't look like Wolverine, he encapsulates Wolverine, right?
But
Um,
couldn't you say the same thing with Michael Keaton and Christian Bale? They encapsulate
I
the
don't, I
character.
didn't feel that way though. Personally, I don't feel that, you know. But I mean, we'll see. And Uncanny Kodiak has a very poignant comment here to what we're talking about. He says, if they had gone with Twilight Boy, I would officially never watch another comics movie again. Well,
wow.
I do apologize because Army Hammer, I think, is really, really rumor. And I think Robert Pattinson is actually more likely to be true. Mm, I apologize. What do you think about this, Pixel? Do you think what's this whole thing with Batman? What do you think they should do?
I don't know. It's really hard, man, because I actually liked Christian Bale's, or at least I liked the feeling of those movies. Maybe it wasn't Christian Bale specifically, because I think he played too much of Bruce Wayne and not enough of Batman, I
Yeah.
guess. But dude, I don't know. I really don't know. But yeah, Robert Pattinson would have been just ugh. I don't want a sparkly Batman. I'm sorry.
Well, Nick W is asking that exact question. If Robert Pattinson is cast, will Batman sparkle? Probably. Probably.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Get bat nipples again.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Ooh, bat nipples. I miss the bat nipples. We need more nipples in our life, I think. But
Not no.
Get Joel Schumacher back.
oh goodness.
Boy,
All right. Well, move on to the next one here. But what I want to do first is come over since we have Pixel with us, and I know he's very busy. Let's jump over here to Indicron. And now you've made some adjustments to Indicron. Of course, we know that's been coming. And
Yes.
of course, you have the ending next, and now we have the upcoming or coming soon. I guess you're calling it upcoming.
Upcoming, yeah.
Section has been added, which is cool. And of course, we know some stuff you showed us. There's other things coming. By the time the Indicron is finished, this is going to be one badass site, dude. I'm really looking forward to it. But yeah, why don't you take a moment and just talk to us about Indicron, what's going on, or whatever you want to say.
Sure. Well, yeah. So Indicron has been making some changes. We've been really just working hard trying to get more and more stuff on the site to be able to help people. And one of the big changes that we did were the campaign pages specifically. So like if you scroll down the page really quick, we can take a look at, let's take a look at the good night real quick. Actually, if you click on it, it's the top one there. So I'm really, really stoked for Crystal. Crystal got a big bump last night. She went on with EVS and went up 4,000, almost, well, it was about $3,000. She gained $3,000 since last night, and she's about to hit her goal. So that's fantastic. One thing that we've done, every book that's listed on our site now has its own page. So existing campaigns as well as upcoming campaigns. And so you can come into here, you get more information about the book. You've got a direct link to Indiegogo. You've got preview pages that you can check out, things like that. There's a lot of really nice stuff that's working out there. We've also got creator profiles that we put up. So anybody that has a book listed on our site will have a creator profile as long as they've submitted it. So you'll notice on the homepage, when you go back at some point, there is a listing, and if the name is highlighted in yellow, they have a creator page. If it's just black, for instance, like with Crystal's profile there, you'll see that she has a profile, but her artist doesn't currently. And then
I see what you did here. So when I click on the title, I go to the IndieCrown page. So I have to come down.
You're going to the IndieCrown page, yeah.
So when if I want to go to the Indiegogo, I got to go here. Oh,
correct.
I see. You changed that. I wonder if is that confusing or not.
We got into a pretty big discussion about it last night, yesterday, and we decided I actually prefer not changing the functionality of the site the way it was, but we finally agreed on it. We're just going to go ahead and roll with it and see what happens. And if people complain about it, we'll change it up later. But we're going to stick to it for now.
Here's my suggestion right off the top with that. Because if people are new coming in, it's not a big deal because they're going to learn how to use it, right? What I would suggest is, I mean, it's fine what you have here. I get the argument to do the way you've done it, but what I suggest is the back now on Indiegogo, it should be
make it a button.
It should make it a button, make it red.
Yeah.
Make it something that's clear to me. Oh, I go here.
Yeah.
That I think you need to make that adjustment, but yeah, no, that's cool.
I'm also going to make a larger call to action on the campaign pages themselves too, because right now it just says it's on Indiegogo, but we're going to put a button or some kind of link or something on there that makes it very clear that they can buy from there. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
well,
awesome.
I would also prefer that it not say back now, because that makes me think that I'm already going to have to hit the back as I do that.
Oh.
And I know there's a subliminal thing there that if I click that, it sets that idea that I'm going to back it, but to something different, like
Indiegogo,
review it now, check it out now.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. I was trying to decide how I wanted to do it. I had buy now on Indiegogo or something like that, but maybe I'll see on Indiegogo
or take me to the Indiegogo.
Yeah, we'll have to play with the wording a little bit. There's
see it on Indiegogo.
Yeah.
It's a work in progress, but I think it's very cool what you're doing, man. But that's easy to fix, I think, right?
Yeah. Part of the change too was to everything like Indiegogo, we're pushing everybody to Indiegogo. But because we made the changes to the site, we're now trying to build more familiarity with our site too, so people can go through, get more information, get more familiar with the way that the site functions, be able to see the other projects. And like when you go into these campaign pages, there's going to be additional links coming very soon to other projects. So you'll be able to browse through the site and get linked up to other projects, maybe that they've worked on, things like that. Like if you were to go down to, I think Art T-Bear is a pretty good example. Like go to Black and White, for instance.
Sure.
There you go.
The remastered one here. Do you want to go to the Indiegogo page or go to your creation?
Go ahead and go to our creation here.
Okay.
And so when you come into this page, they're celebrating their 25th year since the book was first released. Yeah, it runs really big on your screen because you've got it in the smaller view. That's funny.
Well, I'm using presentation and I'm looping it through the Streamlabs, right?
Yeah. If you zoom out a little bit, it'll probably fix it. But that's okay. This is what it looks like on mobile, basically. But if you scroll down, you'll get to their profiles, and you'll see, like you've got Tag, you've got Art, you've got Pamela, you've got everybody like that. And so you're able to see all the information. But if you were to click through on Art, for instance, this is going to be huge, I'm sure. Yeah.
Sweet.
Hit Yeah, wow, this looks so weird. I have to look at it like this on a browser because it's just massive. I might have to tweak it a little bit.
Well, I can adjust it. I'm at 133% on that page. Let me just bring it down a little. How's that?
There you go. There you go. Much better.
Oh wow, look at that. See, that's nice.
Yeah, yeah, it sure is.
That is nice. And yeah, I've actually been going around for the Tales from Beyond the Gate, and I've been collecting headshots and bios for all the pros that are involved. And
Yeah.
that's kind of a fun process, actually. I'm enjoying that. But yeah, this is really cool. I like this.
So one of the things I've done, if you go back up underneath his name, you'll see that it's got a crowdfunding total. So anybody that has multiple books, all those totals are calculated and then filled in right here. So you can see that Art is really close to hitting 50K with his one book. But once you get down towards the bottom of the page, you'll see all the projects that he's currently touching. So he just released information about the new, actually I need to pull the title. It's not showing up right now. So Oodles of Doodles is his next book.
Mhm.
And thank you, because I need to actually write down that bug.
Oh, you're welcome. I don't know what I did, but you're welcome.
Well, if you notice, the Oodles of Doodles name isn't showing up on this page, so I got to tweak that code real quick to show that. But Oodles of Doodles is his art book. He's doing a hardcover art book to help kind of supplement black and white, but also kind of sustain them while they continue to finish the book. It's already printed, I guess, or the project's already ready to go. They just need to ship it out and have it done. So they're really close to. I think it actually. I take that back. It hasn't been printed yet. He does have copies of it, but he would have to do a larger print run depending on how many people buy it. But it's all the art and everything is already done for it, so they just have to print and ship. So there's no work that you have to wait for that. And that'll be launching, I believe, on the 15th.
So this is a sketchbook, basically.
It's a sketchbook, yeah, art book.
Cool.
52-page hardcover, yeah.
35 years of comic book veteran. Of course, the thing is, we know he's literally drawn everything.
Yeah. I think his story about how he got hired by DC and Marvel on the same day is pretty interesting too.
Yeah. That was a good interview when we had him on here. We've had a lot of interviews and I've enjoyed them all, but I think my two favorite are probably Artie Bear and Mike Barron.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah, they were really good interviews. But yeah, it's really cool, dude. I like all the additional information. It turns this from a simple hub into an actual website, is what it does.
Yeah.
And that's really cool.
Yeah, the plan still, we've got the creator profiles where you can go and find all the information about everybody. You'll be able to scroll through. There's going to be additional information added to these pages as well, so you'll be able to see where they currently stand, not just a link to those pages. We've got a few other people that still need to get us their profile images, and there's a little bit of cleanup here to make sure everybody's square instead of some of the rectangles, but I mean, that's all after the fact. But the next thing I'm working on is the YouTube section of all this for the streamers specifically. So the YouTube directory for people that are actually wanting to promote other creators, like Fanspeak, for instance, and all that. We're going to create a directory section just full of all of the channels that want to help promote people.
Oh, that's cool too. Yeah, no, that would be super useful, man. To have a place where they could all go and come on and talk about their books. Dude, that would get on that, man. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, we're gonna get that out. I'm actually working on that right now, so it's in the process. We got that, and then what I want to go from there is also the kind of TV guide type thing. The only problem I have with the TV guide thing for YouTube is that people don't stream at the same time of day. You're good about it. You've got your schedule. Mm-hmm. We've got all these shows that we've scheduled. But like Mike and EVS and everybody else, they don't. They just, whenever they feel like it, they throw a stream up. So it's going to be really difficult to be able to get those guys into some kind of schedule.
Yeah. But,
so that probably won't happen.
No, but I think just having a link to everybody that they can and their contact points. You might even want to restrict have like a general page and then have a creator page where anyone who's actually in Anycron can get to, only they can get to, the general public can't, and has actually all the links of the direct links, how to contact all those channels to be able to come on and talk about their book. I think that would be extremely useful. And I guess all of us sitting here need to submit pictures because, wow, we're all about to become creators, huh, guys? How did that happen?
I don't know. Some kind of bear forced us to do it.
Yes, I know. Anyway.
I'm free. I blame you.
Yes, there you go. That's much better. Thank you. Cool. Let me come over here to the chat and not abandon them and catch up right here real quick because I see there's a couple questions for you actually, Pixel. Let's see. Oscar Tossbot is talking to Nick about scenes in the Batman movie that was actually in the daytime. Okay. Uncanny Kodiak says, I've always wanted a Batman movie where they focus on the detective in the shadows aspect and really lighten up the costume to mainly cloth. Yeah, dude, so do I. Yeah, for a long time. They have to find a way to make Batman look fabulous. All right, fine. Eric M. Delavan says, bigger button for Indiegogo. Yeah, I think we all that would definitely be cool. He continues says, this is main call to action. I agree, support. Whoa, that's different. Oscar Tosspot says they're just commenting on things they saw as we're going through here.
Yeah.
Art T. Bear, yes. Oscar Fair Tosspot says, Art's wiki page picture is so different than I pictured him. I picture him. He's just kind of a normal middle-aged guy, really.
Yeah.
Perth Comic says, I recognize that art. Yeah, I think that's supposed to be a joke. I don't know how much you been drinking today, Perth. You know, Jesse Miller says, I love Art's drawing. This is brilliant. Yeah, no, art is amazing. That is true. And I'm assuming Perth Comics is Rising League. Oh, sorry.
Doxing people left and right.
I know. Good Dog Press is in here. How you doing, Manny? He says, aloha. Aloha to all of you. All right, dude. Well, I'm really loving what you're doing with the thing. Oh, we can submit now. Let's go check that out. Let me see here.
Can we submit? Are we submitting?
Oh, we already did. That was taken care of. John and I took care of that. I'm assuming that's all been done, right, Pixel?
The book
He's
has
like,
been
no.
submitted. The profiles for everybody, no. Like
yeah.
I think the only profile I think is just his at the moment. I have to
Okay.
look and
Well,
see.
it's his project, so he's the boss of the project. So that's cool. But we do need to get that all over to you. We're collecting all that stuff anyway for the Indiegogo page, so we'll just have to make sure to send. Now, how are we going to send that over to you? Do we just go through this submission page again, or do we just send?
Yeah.
Something?
So each individual creator will want to go and create their profile. So creator profiles, and I'm going to try to make that a bigger call to action as well. But it's just a form page. You fill out the information.
Easy.
Yeah, you're going to list out your email address, your name, what project you're working on, and then any URLs to your social media that you want to share.
All right.
And that's pretty much it.
Yeah. No. No. I'm saying that's very good. I will.
Oh.
No, actually, DeWolf, you're going to be in the meeting tomorrow, right? DeWolf. I guess not. All right.
What? Hello. What?
DeWolf.
Yes.
You want
of course I will.
You want me to do me a favor and write this down tomorrow as a point to remind everybody in the project to come over here to this page and put their creator profiles in for Pixel, please.
Oh, I most certainly will.
Thank you. My list has gotten a little long, so if it'd be nice if you'd handle that one.
Yeah,
all right.
certainly.
So cool. It's a separate page too. That's very neat, dude. All right. But
yeah,
because I know.
Yeah, we went over to Google Forms temporarily just to be able to handle that because right now, like we were so busy trying to get the other part of the site functional, I didn't want to spend the time developing forms and everything for Indiecrons directly. What'll probably happen is those pages will eventually go away and it'll be more tied into our CMS system. But at least for now, we're just doing this type of submission process.
No, I think it's awesome, dude.
Oh yeah,
easy too. You made it very easy. Everybody can just do it themselves. What do you guys think? You think we should put in the actual cover page we're going to be using, or just leave this one here? I kind of like this picture too. I'd hate to see it get wasted.
Oh my goodness, I would go for both of those. Yeah, I really like this page, but that other cover page is nice as well.
Yeah, well,
I like the cover page. Yeah, I like the new cover page from Model 3, right?
Oh yeah, that thing's killer, dude.
It's pretty cool. There are some gripes I have with it that can be easily fixed, but overall, it's a pretty cool looking cover. There's just a couple little nitpicky design things that probably need to get addressed, but I mean, there's plenty of time to fix it.
Go comment on it.
So here's a question for you, Pixel. It actually comes from Comic Legend. I'm just going to rephrase it a little bit. What about a creator who has multiple concepts that he puts into it, such as both writing and doing artistry or the coloring?
Okay.
How does that fit in with the how you submit your profile?
Well, with your profile specifically, you're saying that you're a writer, that you're an illustrator, blah blah blah. You just do all that. You can tell us which projects you're a part of, though. So you can say, "Oh, I'm doing colors and writing and this and that for this project, and this project." We just need to know which ones you're under, and then we need to confirm that with the project owner so that we're not assigning people to the wrong projects, things like that. But it's really easy to do, and we can give you credit for all whatever elements you do. We're not going to, like, for Beyond the Gate, because there's so many people involved, we're not going to go through and say that like DeWolf here is a writer for story 1, 2, and 3. We're just going to say that DeWolf was a writer on the project, or that I'm a penciler on the project, that kind of thing.
Well,
which is happening.
It's not necessarily for just Tales from the Gate. It's each creator has a category, right? Each type of person has a category, whether they're a writer. And I think if you click on there, if you want to go to that category of person, are they going to appear in multiple areas?
Yes.
Multiple
so actually, if you want to. Yeah, absolutely. Chester, if you go up to the creators tab and then click on creators, pop that up, you'll see that there's a breakdown where it says all writer, penciler, inker, colorist. Click on writers. You've got writers. Click on penciler, for instance. You'll see that actually, I think some of them may not be in here correctly, but yeah, hit inker. You'll see names kind of stick around for certain ones. Colorists. You'll see certain people swap in and out.
The mighty Elizabeth. Uh-oh.
You got your letterers, which there are a couple people listed as letterers. And then you've got your streamers.
Oh, sweet, dude. Yeah, definitely.
I think that answers the question. So you'll see someone show up in multiple areas. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you go back to Penciler, for instance, and you can go to my profile, which isn't all that great, but you can at least see me. That's kind of fun.
And when you're making your profile, you can click on multiple things such as penciler and colorist.
A cybernetically enhanced samurai by day, a driven programmer and artist by night, born to this world wielding a cybernetic gauntlet, mythically proclaimed to be the one true power glove. He draws the emblem of Triforce upon his gi, his moniker, a reminder of how he betrayed his digital roots for analog fulfillment. Sweet.
And I have 0 projects. Actually, I can fix that right now, though, because I'm going to be part of the Gatekeepers project. So let's do that real fast.
Are you on the Discord and the Twitter page?
I am not, unfortunately.
Denali, could you take care of that, Denali? Make sure Pixel gets on those pages.
Okay.
He'd have to go accept it.
Thank you. Yeah.
That's fine.
Do I have a Todd on board here?
You do.
You do.
You do. Hi, how are you doing?
He is Todd. You are DeWolf. Get it right.
I know.
We just call you Mr. Chairman. How about that?
I'm really excited that Pixel is going to get in here and get this thing done to be in it. That's awesome.
Yeah, dude. No, this project is really, really cool, man. We have so much cool stuff. It's giving. I think it's good. The cool thing about it too, and we've mentioned this before, but I'll keep mentioning it. Is we have. This is the first book that is basically, the Comicsgate umbrella people coming together in a joint effort. That's what this is. It's the first one.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
Yeah. Refresh the page real quick.
Oh,
there you go.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah. I just need to fix that title issue now, which is going to bother me. But
I'm sorry. I was supposed to say, oh no.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. What's funny is now I'm the only other person listed on the page for that book. I'm listed as a writer or as an artist.
Oh no, we're going to mention that at tomorrow's meeting, and we'll get everybody over there submit their stuff. That's really cool.
Right on.
Yeah. Well, let me come back over here
to
chat
thrash them
because we do have a couple.
We have hot coals that are currently heating up as we speak to go put underneath them. Yeah.
Excellent.
And we have a Diller as well.
Oh, hey, John.
Gaming the system.
Yeah.
How's it going, man? Comics Legend looks great. What about artists who write, pencil, ink, and color their own work? What category would they go under? All of them, I would guess. Pixel, you want to take that?
Yeah, I do have an artist thing. But what you're going to do when you're filling out your profile, you're going to say that you do pencils, inks, coloring, etc. But if you're working on a book and you're doing more than one skill, we can mark you as just an artist if you want, or we can mark you as a writer, artist, whatever, that kind of thing. So there's plenty of ways that we can manipulate it. And if for some reason there's a title that we don't have but is absolutely necessary, I'll go build one real quick. It's not a big deal. It's just an extra entry in the database.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, you can kind of see on Pixel Trailer's profile, like penciler and colorist. I imagine once you submit it right there, you'll see writer, artist, inker, painter, colorist right there. And then when you go to the individual project, you'll show the contribution for those projects.
Yeah, he's got the little tag.
Yes.
Right here. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, so like what you'll see for Gatekeeper, if you were to go to the Tales from Beyond the Gate and look at it now, it'll actually just say artist for me, because there's an artist tag inside of our system, because I'm going to be doing the inks and the pencils, and I didn't want to have to deal with having my name repeated multiple times and all that kind of stuff. It's not necessary. So I just mark myself as an artist.
Oh, cool.
And then, yeah, so that's kind of how it's going to work.
Can I have a special tag made just for me?
Maybe.
I wanted to say pain in the ass.
I think we can work that one out.
Okay, sweet. I get that.
We'll have to see. I don't know. That might be that might be a certain donation level required for that one.
Oh, okay, fine. We got Bill from Mark Ross Creation here. He says, hello all. And yeah, I've been, of course, Bill is part of the project as well, Tales from Beyond the Gate. And he's doing one of my stories, actually. And boy, I can't wait till you guys see what he's doing. It is so cool, man. He's actually quite a way ahead. And that's the real cool thing about this project. When we launch, it's not going to be a lot like a lot of these Indiegogos you guys see, where there's like one or two pieces of art and it's just like literally they're going to be working on it in the future. No, this book, when we launch, is going to have a lot of it done already. We're deep into this thing already. Yep. That's really cool. Let's see here. Comic Legend says, okay, that is great to see. They do populate all the areas that they do. It's this website is really cool, dude. Lorenzo Sleestak is in here. He says, hello everybody. March here is in here as well. Hello. Let's see. Manny has something to say. He says, hey, Kenny, I hope you feel better today. See now, Manny, I do read your things, but the problem is, Manny, you're usually just saying hello to people. You don't actually make any comment of note, which is usually why I don't mention them. Anyway, March Harris.
And he doesn't say, hey, Todd, I hope you're feeling better at all. So
Bill says Chester needs a grand administrator title. No, I go a pain in the ass. I think that's better. Anyway, all right. Well, this is all very cool, and have enjoyed that. But we need to move on and do some of our news. And what we're going to do now is we are going to watch a trailer because we like doing that over here. Now, I suppose we could cut these out and do like a special little, 10-minute quick thing. It'd probably help the channel actually. But I don't know. I just kind of like doing it during the show,
You're the boss.
Well, we're just having fun, man. I'm not thinking
You're the boss.
Yeah,
You're the
all right,
boss.
fine. He's
You're
complaining, by the way. If you don't recognize that, that's what complaining sounds like. All right, here we go. Guys, we're going to watch the official trailer for the 2019 Shaft, which I didn't even know was in the works. So here we go. Shaft me up, baby.
We had a poster yesterday.
We did, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a city. It's New York. John Shaft, Investigations.
Hi, I'm looking for
Shaft.
No, come on, that's not even a hot lady.
Your son.
My son?
Nah, she's pretty enough.
Junior?
Yeah. Is that glitter on her chest?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, he's got glitter on his face.
Yeah.
Oh my
yeah,
goodness.
baby. There you go.
Shaft is a bad mother.
He's a bad mother.
Ignore him. He thinks he's like James Bond.
That dude was real. He think it was me.
Oh, nice
If
car.
you don't pursue this investigation, I'm gonna have to babysit your ass.
Who's this rookie that's with him? Is it his son or something?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
yeah.
Never long enough.
Shaft
Lady
Junior.
Syphilis, Madam Chlamydia. It's lovely to
Rod.
meet you both.
Oh,
Junior,
oh,
she look better.
Please
Chafe.
tell me that you did
I
not
used to
get
say,
our
oh,
son
snap.
involved in your bullshit.
I did it.
What is wrong with you?
She picked up a bat.
You can't beat up a woman.
Why not?
Because she's a woman.
It's a strong, independent woman, right?
Misogynistic.
You the one being misogynistic. I ain't mentioned her gender.
Okay.
I'm an equal opportunity ass whooper.
Oh, there's no non-violent
Yep.
people in Harlem.
trailer. It was good.
All right, that's good. So he's the new Shaft. He's Shaft Junior.
You're damn right.
Sash, you okay?
Yeah.
Boy, back in the day, we didn't.
Grandpa.
All we needed was out.
Yep.
Is that the original Shaft?
Oh, you can't be too.
Yes.
prepared.
Dude. All right, I'm starting to.
I had forgotten. I totally forgot that he had done Shaft in 2000 too.
Damn right.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, we talked about that a
Also,
little bit.
Hey, this movie looks good, actually.
Yeah, it does, dude.
Yeah.
Hey, is it Richard Roundtree?
yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that the original Shaft?
Yes.
Wow, I didn't know he was
What's
still alive.
What's weird is that they're releasing this movie in theaters domestically, but those international who has Netflix, they'll be getting it through Netflix.
Oh, sweet. That means me.
Whoa.
So
That is odd.
yeah, so that's so weird that the US have to. You have to go into the theater and watch this while everybody else international Netflix will watch it through their subscribers.
Hey, good for me.
Well, just think of it this way, Denali. Just think of it as we get to go to the theater and have an outing.
There you go. There you go.
Chester doesn't have that option.
No, well, Chester could, but it cost me like $50 to go to the movie over here. So, no, thank you. But I go occasionally, once or twice a year. But yeah, that actually got me a little excited for it. That was a pretty good trailer because I was kind of like, eh. But that looks fun. I just wish they had prettier girls, though, man.
Well, they could have had Brie Larson as Captain Marvel in it.
Yeah, I said prettier girls. Prettier girls.
Well,
Emphasis on the adjective.
Well, they were a little dumpy, but they were all right.
They were a bit. I just figured they'd have at least one or two hottie. They don't all have to be hotties, but whatever. Looks fun though. That's just a carefree, happy movie. It looks like, which is cool. Nice trailer. Anyway, that was fun. Let's move on here to some actual news though. Now this right here, I think could be very interesting. The movie was an absolute disaster, but go ahead, Denali.
Yeah, I couldn't watch the movie. I saw the trailer and I could tell by the trailer alone it was going to be a hot mess. And unfortunately, everybody who watched the said the case.
So
that was nice.
Yeah.
That was the introduction to the story, please, Denali.
Yep. The Amazon The Dark Tower TV series schedules production's date. So around June of this year, they're going to start production on the TV series. We don't know, if they're going to follow the story or they're going to do a separate story from his younger days. We don't really know what part of the Dark Tower we're going to be following Roland from.
Well, I imagine they start from the beginning and move on. I mean, especially because in the Dark Tower series, that first short story, The Gunslinger, was really good. I mean, it was a good book. I mean, I don't know if you guys read it or not, but King kills short stories. He's really good at those. And I loved it. I'd love for this to be cool, dude. I mean, the thing they did with the Dark Tower, and I don't even care about the fact that they put Idris Elba in there. That's not even a conversation worth having. It just was not good, man. I actually watched that movie. Feel pity for me. It was horrible. So I just hope they do it well because, I mean, God, how hard is it to get this right? It's a Western with, tech stuff.
Apparently it's hard. I don't know. I watched the movie too. I wasn't all that impressed either, but yeah.
They've forgotten how to do Westerns. That's what
know.
I've been learning.
Go.
Well, they didn't go.
I don't know. What was
through
that movie with Daniel Craig where he plays a Western, but it has a bunch of alien tech in it?
Oh yeah,
That movie
Cowboys
was
versus
very
Aliens.
good. As I was watching it, it was pretty good, but at the same time, very forgettable. I just don't think it works. Tech with
Cowboys and
cowboy.
Aliens.
Yeah, that was
Cowboys
good.
and Aliens.
I actually liked it. It was very entertaining.
It was as good as that movie could be, but then again, it was just forgettable.
Yeah. There's some people out there that know how to do westerns, right? Open Range was even a modern made movie, but it's an amazing western.
Oh yeah. Bone Tomahawk. Kurt Russell.
I haven't seen that one yet.
Go
I'm
watch
hoping we would
that.
get to
That
that.
is badass. Kurt Russell is always badass, though. That guy just hits every time, in my opinion. But Bone
Yeah,
Tomahawk,
he does.
that thing is serious business. If you want a really good
He-
strange
yeah,
twist to a western.
he's the only actor that would let me be able to watch Soldier, which is an unforgettable movie onto itself.
Yeah,
But
he worked so hard to get himself ready for that project too. He literally put himself on a 16-month process to get in shape and ready for it. Yeah, Kurt Russell is the real deal, man. But
yeah.
yeah, I hope this is cool. Nick W says another Stephen King project. What could go wrong? Oh goodness.
Right.
Well, now what do you
speaking
guys
of
think
another,
about the Stand TV series that was out long ago?
The McConaughey thing, yeah,
Mm.
nah, it wasn't good at all.
With John Boy.
Boring. Yeah.
Yeah, it failed to hit the mark. They tried to basically put most of the elements in there, but in the end, it didn't wasn't grandiose enough, I guess.
Well,
well, at least they were consistent with keeping Muhammad, blah, blah, blah. Matthew Muhammad,
McConaughey.
McConaughey, sorry, as Randall Flagg, because he was still Randall Flagg
Yeah,
in the
no,
movie
that
as
was
well.
good. But I think the problem also is The Stand is not a very good book itself. It's kind of the problem. See, Stephen King writes something, you get these Hollywood guys that just, it's got Stephen King's name on it, and they grab it and try to produce it. But that's a mistake, because not everything King does is good, actually. Stick to the things that are actually good. Like if you think about it, right? The one with Tim Curry,
Right.
the originals TV series. It was fun, but they cut what 80% of that book out. They found
Yep.
pieces that were interesting and made a movie, right? This is the problem with King. Now something like the Gunslinger here, that's a straightforward. You could easily do that as a TV series, no problem, and just add the little elements that come on as he travels along. Because the cool thing is, he's in a Western setting. He finds himself in a future setting. He finds himself in a fantasy setting. He moves throughout these timelines in a way. And that's be kind of cool to have this gunslinger sitting in the Middle Ages fantasy type of setting, etc., etc.
Yeah, we're gonna be seeing Harry Potter snitches,
maybe
Quidditch.
Yeah, as long as they get him right, they have to get him and his character spot on for, like you said, the Western.
Yeah,
and then you can go with it.
So, did it get rolling right in the movie, Chester? Since you watched it.
No, it was not a good movie. It was really poorly done. You know what it reminded me of is Ghost in the Shell, as far as the absolute failure of it, and it comes down to me, the directors, right? The director of the Dark Tower and the director of the Ghost in the Shell did not understand the source material. It was obvious, quite obvious to see, and that's a problem. You can't have you need a director who you would hope they would have passion for the project, but at minimum they need to understand the content, right? And that's why the Gunslinger, the Dark Tower failed, and that's why Ghost in the Shell failed too, because they're very similar in their failing, to be honest with you.
Right, the latter was copying the animated series instead of seeing the source material.
Yeah, well, even if they just stuck to the anime, they would have done better. But they just screwed it up, and they actually was a perfect screw up with Ghost in the Shell. I mean, they literally found the exact way to perfectly screw that up. Because oh my god, don't even get me on that movie, dude. That pissed me off to no end. You know how long I was waiting for a Ghost in the Shell movie, and then they gave me that tripe. Oh man.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat, dude. That's one of my favorite movies and series, and like Standalone Complex, all those other ones. I watched all of that, and then to see that movie come out, I had such high hopes for it, and they just wrecked it.
Yeah, they did. And you know what it felt like to me? And I don't know, maybe you'll agree. But you know what it felt like? It felt like they had the script for Ghost in the Shell, but they thought they were making Appleseed. Does that make any sense to you? It just it was weird. But anyway, we're not doing a review on that. I just so sad, man. Anyway, let's move on to the next one.
reviewing Ghost
Oh,
in the Shell.
you know, we haven't
Bunny Vision movie night.
we haven't done a Bunny Vision movie night that did a bad movie. We're always doing ultra classics, right? Do you think we should do a bad
Right.
movie night? Ooh, that could be interesting.
I don't know. I don't know. I
Well, if you
think that
go-
I enjoy the Saturdays. I think Saturdays enjoyable. But let's
Just go
move
Mystery
on.
Science Theater on it, and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. There you
Oh
go.
yeah.
Yeah. Let me see here. We could do a couple more stories here. So this one could be cool, Denali.
All right. Disney Plus reportedly developing the Muppets reboot series with Josh Gad.
Another again with this Josh Gad guy. So we had the Dark Tower here, which I hope is cool. Could be cool. And then we have
Yeah.
Muppets with Josh Gad. I don't know, guys. What do you think? And they don't even bother to put a picture here. It's just like a written article. Oh. What do you think, John?
I can't even tell you who is Josh Gad.
He's
Who's John Galt?
He's super Jew boy. You know, if you had an image of a Jew, a
God.
little fat chubby Jewish kid in your head, that's Josh Gad.
Okay then. Yeah, if they're developing a Muppets reboot series, as in like a series of movies, or the Muppets TV show.
Muppet TV show.
TV, yeah.
I guess it could be fine.
Because they canceled the ABC.
Well, that
Sitcom.
that was stupid.
Yeah.
I don't know what they were thinking.
It was a
with that.
sitcom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah, it was weird. But can
Well,
I
the thing
say
is,
something about Muppets?
Please.
Some of you wouldn't even know your ABCs if it wasn't for Muppets.
It's true. That's right.
Just saying.
Yep. Kermit the
Yeah,
Frog.
the fact is,
man.
I have such really strong and fond memories of the Muppets, and I know people that, and it's something that you have to grow up watching, because if you don't, you can't appreciate a Muppet movie as an adult. You just can't.
Maybe not.
So, I mean,
yeah. And
I mean,
love-
I would hate for people to miss out on that. So I'd say, yeah, go for it. Make a new Muppet series.
Well, and here's what you got to have.
Yeah.
You have to have that variety show concept, you know, where you have the host come out and he sets up the act, and which of course is Kermit, and you have that writer, and then of course somewhere in the background, you know, someone is stuck in their, you know, dressing room, or they can't pay the electricity bill, you know, that's sort of going on in the sidelines, right? While you still have, you know, elephants on and playing the drums on stage, and then the two old guys, of course, making fun of it. You know, that's the kind of show that we grew up with, that we expected. And that's why the ABC show, of course, was so terrible, because it didn't give us just that regular formula of a goofy variety show full of Muppets.
Yeah, and they can, and with the modern zeitgeist too, they could take and make fun of everybody who's being an idiot, whether it be the far right or the far left. They could do little you know, stabby jokes at everybody with the old guys.
Yeah, like Saturday Night Live kind of stuff,
Yeah.
except with sock puppets.
Or, you know,
Wait.
balanced.
Yeah, exactly. You know, because Mark Hamill was on there as Luke Skywalker, back, you know, back then.
Oh no, I love the
it
Muppet
was
Show, dude. I look forward to
Yeah.
that every week, man. Absolutely. What about you?
So
Well,
go ahead.
I was gonna say, hopefully it's not like the sitcom that they did that got canceled after less than a season.
Yeah, no, we mentioned that. That is really weird what they did. I don't understand what they were thinking with that. Something about Kermit and Miss Piggy breaking up, and some other, you know, some love triangle. Well, what are you doing, dude? The whole thing with Piggy and Kermit is just a shtick on the side. It's not the main focus, right? What are you doing? These people don't understand what they're looking at is the problem. Their brains are like, you know, oatmeal or something.
Miss Piggy had a shtick on the side.
Yeah, well, she. Oh, I'm not touching that one. Let's see here. Woody Allen. I thought he was dead.
No, still alive, still making movies, supposedly. But right now, Woody Allen is suing Amazon for terminating his 4-movie deal because of his past allegations of sexual misconduct. Transgressions.
Well, first of all,
Yep.
these transgressions have never been proven at all. Matter of fact, most of the people inside around it say that nothing at all happened. It's really his ex-wife that doesn't shut up about it. And of course, I understand why she's pissed. They adopted an Asian girl and he went and married her. I get it. I get why you're pissed, lady. I understand. But that's really the thing because the actual person who he supposedly molested has said, no, it's just the mama. It's a pissed off woman, a woman scorned, right? So yeah,
Right.
this good on you, Amazon. Good for you. I hope you lose.
Yep.
So okay, so hold on a second. So Amazon made a deal with him, and this is
For
these allegations are not new.
No.
Correct.
So Amazon made a deal with him. So this is
Four
some sort of a
separate
lie.
deals. 4 separate deals.
Yeah, there's something else going on here. This isn't the full story. This is fake
Maybe.
news.
Well, it also it could simply be that these deals were made before the whole Me Too thing kicked off last year, right? Maybe or
Right.
the year before. How many? It's been 2 years now.
Mm.
But yeah, maybe that's what happened. But no, I hope they lose. It's ridiculous because this dude has been on trial for decades, and it's been proven very clearly that he did nothing, or otherwise he'd have been arrested, right? There's nothing
Mhm.
done. And
Right.
the people who are supposedly have been insulted by him, the person, has come out very clearly and says, no, this did not happen. There is no crime against this guy. But this has been hanging over him for decades. Now, I personally don't like Woody Allen movies, but that has nothing to do with the conversation. You know, this is
Yeah.
nonsense, and he just got caught up in that Me Too thing because of that lady. I can't even remember her name. Was it Pharaoh or something like that? She's just insane, man. She became unhinged when he divorced her and married his adopted daughter. She went straight unhinged, and she
Yeah.
hasn't
The
stopped.
idea here is it's not whether or not he did something wrong or not, because those allegations, like John said, have always been out there. The main thing here is you're going to hire him as a director or a writer because of the Woody Allen style, and you're going to make it or not based upon that. And like you say, Chester, he's not everybody's cup of tea.
No, he's not. Although I would love to see a Woody Allen superhero movie. I think that might be hilarious, actually.
Hold on here.
Ooh.
He married his adopted daughter.
He did. Hey, Kat,
Yes.
what's up?
Yes.
Hey.
He did.
Cat is gonna be muted. Don't talk to Cat.
I had to come out because of that. What? That's messed up.
It is messed up, and you can judge him on that if you'd like. But there was nothing illegal. She was an adult. It's not his blood daughter, so it doesn't break any of those actual laws. She was adopted. But yeah, it is messed up. But I mean, that's
Hold on.
what
When
pissed her
when
off.
did he become her adopted father? How old was she?
Oh, like 7, 8, 9, 10, something in that range.
Oh, okay. I don't know about that, man. I think like he
Yeah.
was a father figure to her. Like
Yep.
that is messed up.
You're right.
It's
It is
daddy
messed up.
issues.
He's a creep. He's a creepy guy. But I'm just saying that he hasn't done anything illegal.
I guess that is true.
Yeah. But I think John's point was a very good one. They knew this going in when they made the contracts with him. They already knew this. So I mean,
Yeah, it's not like the executive was like, I hear about this Woody Allen guy. Everybody knows Woody Allen. Everybody knows his story.
Yeah, we all do. Yeah. Perth Comics.
And
says-
there's a way to
Go ahead.
go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Perth
there's a
Comics
way to
says-
terminate a movie deal.
Let me read it, and I'll come right
Three
back to you,
Stooges over here.
DeWolf. Perf Comics says, quoting Frank Oz directly, so far the writers Disney has employed don't know how to write for the Muppets. I imagine their hubris makes them believe they can. But the characters need writing that has depth and honesty. I suppose a version of the Muppets will survive, but they won't be true. Ooh, you get him, Frank. Yeah, Frank doesn't hold back, man. He throws punches. I like Frank Oz. Sorry, go ahead, Dwarf.
Well, it says here that they terminated the movie deal, right? There's a way to go into something where you create a contract, you agree to do something, we're not going to do it, and then you gracefully go ahead and terminate it, right? So they must have done this in a way that was not going along those normal lines, and that's a big issue there.
No, and they'll lose it. I'm sure they'll lose it. And but I mean, it depends because Woody Allen is a wealthy man, but Amazon is going to be the first $1 trillion company in history. So I don't
Who
know.
presented this article?
This is from Hollywood Reporter, and it's being sent to us by Eric, which is spelled with a Q. Gardner. Oh man, dude, really?
Eric.
Eric.
No, I mean, who pulled this article? Was it Denali?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Did you read it in its entirety?
Yeah.
Does it give any specifics about why the deal was terminated?
Basically, the 25 allegations, or the 25-year allegation, which is surrounding him
And his real
molesting
daughter.
people, real daughter, and all that, and his adopted daughter, and all that allegation that came forth from then was the reason for their termination. And there's his attorneys or legal saying, well, those allegations are not new. You came knowing that he came with that baggage, and you still made those 4 deal that equals $73 million.
Oh, so nothing new, nothing new at all. Just same old. Okay.
Right. But the reason why they're pulling out is because they speculate that it's, like Chester says, because of the Me Too movement. And, the optics of having such a person with baggage, producing movies for them as a cause for termination. Again, he hasn't been arrested. Of course, what he has done.
Creepy, immoral, disgusting. All those words are appropriate. Yeah.
Right. But he wasn't arrested.
No,
so we'll go from
this is old dead news, man.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, guys. I just want to go over the Twitter because anybody who spells Eric with a Q needs to be investigated. But it looked like a normal Twitter page, so no problem. But damn, dude, really? Did your parents give you that, or did you change that? Huh, Eric?
He changed it. It's probably Enrique.
Maybe. Now see that. Okay, then that makes more sense to me. Let me see. Is there anything else we want to do, or we just want to? Let me see. We have this one, we have that one, and we have that one. Oh, no, let's do this one. I want to do this one. Pet Cemetery trailer.
Okay.
You guys ready? Here we go. We're going to watch it.
I know I'm ready.
It's going to be cool.
Oh, wait, I'm not ready. Okay, go ahead.
And we have dogs in the background, so it makes perfect.
It is perfect. Oh, you're in trouble, little girl.
LA discovered a charming little landmark. The Pet Cemetery.
Yeah, well, it looks just like from the first movie, huh?
Place to bury our pets.
Sean needs to go kill his neighbor's dog.
Son of Sam.
Put him in a cemetery.
Just like dying is natural.
Wow, they did a good job. That looked just like the first movie, man.
Folks make a kind of ritual out of it.
Okay, now what? You're making a cult thing? I suppose this is a
not some
sequel?
Campfire story.
No.
Trees up there.
They're warnings.
Well,
the local tribes carved them before they fled.
Ooh, I like the look of it, though.
That place.
Ooh,
there's something up there.
newness.
Something that dates way back.
Oh.
Those woods belong to something else. Something.
So they're going to reveal the evil behind
That cat was dead.
the resurrection.
That brings
cemetery.
things back.
Cheers.
yeah.
Oh, goodness.
I know what you're thinking of doing.
I wonder if they show her shoe in the street
don't
like
come
they
back the
did in the other one.
But it's not a smaller child this time.
Daddy.
Oh. Okay, I'm feeling this.
Yeah.
Hug your daughter.
Hug
Yeah, he creeps me out right there.
I should never have shown you that place. Your child is not the only thing that will come back. The barrier is broken.
And then more goes on.
Oh, man, they had a little one, too.
We have a second chance.
Sometimes dead is better.
Sometimes dead is better.
Dude, that cat.
It's like beyond the
I
gate.
hate it when they attack the Achilles heel. It's not nice.
Oh.
All right, now I agree, man. I was feeling that too. That looks good. That's a good trailer. Good trailer.
Who's the director on that?
I don't know. I Denali just threw it at me. He doesn't give me information. I just do what he says. I'm a slave. Let me see. Based on the Heart of Stephen King, Dr. Lewis Creed.
It's two directors, Kevin Kolch and Dennis Windmeyer.
Don't know. Yeah, that looks cool though, dude. So we've seen a couple of real fun trailers today, huh, guys? It does
Yeah.
look
Not
rough, yeah.
not sure if I like John Lithgow there, but everything else looks amazing.
Well, that's true. It is. It doesn't have Herman Munster in it. I mean, therefore it could never be perfect. But I do like
Car
John Lithgow.
54 again?
Yeah, yes, Car 54 again. Come on, you don't like that guy? That guy's awesome. He makes everything better.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's kind of like
that's
bacon.
true.
He's kind of like bacon.
Oh my!
You talking about the judge from My Cousin Vinny?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice.
It is. But yeah, no, that dude is awesome. But he was of course, in the original Pet Cemetery, which I'm assuming John Lithgow looks like he's playing that character, right? But yeah, no, it looks cool, dude. Awesome, man. I'm looking for. I didn't even know it was coming. So 2 trailers today of movies I didn't even know were coming, and we've been focused on all these other movies that are coming that look sad. All right, let's do one more. We can't be on too long because we do have the joint recorded here in a little 55 minutes. So we'll do one more story and then we'll be
Yeah.
done. And this one right here is go ahead, Denali.
Aftershock Comics, which is an independent publishing comics, hires Dan Shire as the UK's VP of Film and Television. Dan Shire has connections with broadcasters, so he's up to task to present the IPs, the Aftershocks IPs, to be broadcast. So that's, I think, the new model that most of these publishers are going to be doing, is making, getting a lot of these books into television shows or movies. I see that, which is one part awesome, but another part because that's just going to create more writers and more individuals who focus more on using the comics as a stepping stone to TV and movies.
All right, so this is the dude that's in charge of Preacher going forward and Sandman.
Right.
All right. Do we know anything about this guy?
Wait, they're making a Sandman TV show?
Yeah.
Okay. Finished the second volume of that.
Yeah, it's really good, yeah. That's a
Yeah,
great
it
series.
is.
Yeah. I don't know, he just looks like a normal dude. Does anybody know anything about this Dan Shires? Wow. Silence. Nothing. All right, we'll just take it as good news then, because I did you guys like the Preacher series? Hey, go ahead.
I'm taking it as it's good to have this different genre of a creator type, involved in comics. Period.
So, sorry, I had my thing muted. So Shire has 2 decades of broadcasting experience, including work with Vivendi, Universal, Walt Disney Company, and Fox Networks Group. He has been directors of programs and acquisitions for the UK's and African territories, and he's been working with the International for productions in Los Angeles. So he's going to be working with the international team of Aftershock books to turn those into movies and televisions, like I mentioned before. So he has about 2 decades, a little bit over 2 decades of broadcasting experience.
Oh, cool, dude.
There you go.
There you go. Dan Shires, a new dude. But did you guys like the Preacher series? I know it's not the same as a comic book, but did you guys enjoy the series at all?
I did enjoy the series, actually.
Yeah.
Because I went in, I had never read the Preacher comics, and just watching the TV show was actually pretty good.
Yeah, I think unfortunately I did read the Preacher series, but I don't know. I don't have much problem separating a comic book from a live action reproduction, because if you read the series, the TV show doesn't set up to it very well. But I did enjoy it a lot. How about the rest of you guys? Any of you guys watch the series or read the book Preacher?
I have the first volume of the book. Haven't read it yet.
No. Yeah, I liked it.
I read it all. It was awesome.
It was, but what did you think about the TV show? No comment. Okay. Yeah. No, we'll see. And
No,
It's all right.
I kept missing the TV show, so I haven't
No, it's
watched it
okay.
yet.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. I thought it was fun. The thing that worries me though is the Sandman, because how are they going to pull that off correctly? You need an act. the guy who's going to play the Sandman needs to be perfect, and boy, that's going to be hard casting, to
Yeah.
pull that off. Because it's not just acting; it's physical. The way he moves, the way his posture and things like that. You need to bring that through, right? And so you know who? Oh goodness, it just came to me. You know who'd be perfect? The dude who played Voldemort. What's his name?
Ralph Fiennes.
Ralph Fiennes. Oh, he
Yeah.
would kill
Yeah,
that
yeah.
dude. Oh, I wonder if he would be willing to do. Oh, he probably costs millions of dollars just to do it. Nah, that's too bad.
Give him a call. Hey, you can't. You
I mean, you never know. I mean, look what they did with 24. They got like an established Hollywood
did.
actor,
Yeah.
and he blew it out of the water. It made millions.
Yeah, he did. That's right. But yeah, no, he'd be perfect for the Sandman, I think. Anyway, we're way past our time, so we got a bunch of people on here. Let me get off of this and come over to the main page. And
Argo's creation. Ezra Miller's as Morbius.
Ooh, hate speech. All right, so we got a bunch of people coming here. Thank you all for joining us. Let's we do have people here that have contacts though. So let me start with Pixel. Pixel, tell everybody where they can find you, man.
Pixel Trader, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and everywhere else. What was it, Twitter? Also, you can check me out on IndieCrown.com, which is where I'm trying to help Comicsgate grow. So if you have a project that's coming out soon, or you have a project currently on Indiegogo and you are a Comicsgate creator, hit us up.
Sweet. All right. And Kat, do you have any contact information yet?
Yeah, I guess you can find me on Twitter on Chat Savage. I'll post a link in the chat.
Oh, sweet. All right, there you go. Do you have a wrench over here?
I don't think so.
Just type in real quick, say hi in the chat, and I'll wrench you. Okay, John, go ahead.
Hey, I'm John Dillard, and you can find me on my YouTube channel, John Dillard Gaming the System, where we do live draws and tutorials.
Cool, rock on, dude. You've gotten that down short and sweet, and you are now wrenched, Cat. So you can go ahead and do that. Of course, we also have Todd Mulrooney, the creator of Ignition himself.
Yeah, you can find me at Ignition. Get tuned in on YouTube and Twitter.
Sweet, yeah. Okay, thank you. And of course, DeWolf, Denali, and I are all right here. We have our links down below. We appreciate everybody coming here and joining us. And of course, keep in mind, in 48 minutes, we're going to be doing the Drawn and Quartered Fan Edition. We haven't made a decision on exactly what we're going to be drawing today, but it could be interesting.
How about Sandman?
How about Sandman? Oh, that would be really cool. But I will have to discuss that. And I usually get outvoted anyway. I have the cool ideas, but then they're like, "Nah, I don't want to do that." Nah. Artists are such a pain in
If
the
you do
ass.
the Sandman. I would have loved to do that.
Are you on the show today?
No, I'm not.
I think we got
Really
two
sad if
seats.
you
I
do
think
the
we have a
Sandman.
seat open, don't we, Pixel?
If you do the Sandman, I'll come on.
We are actually full at the moment unless somebody drops.
Oh, okay.
Okay, never
Well,
mind.
just hang around though, Kat, because if someone drops, I'll put you in. But anyway, Denali, go ahead and take us out, man.
All right. Well, join us for the Drawn and Quarter Fan Edition at 10 o'clock Eastern Time. Remember, there's no show tomorrow. We might do a special one-off just in case, but we'll see. And remember, Fan Speak will be this Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern with our guest. And who's our guest, Chester?
Our guest is, let me make sure I pronounce it correctly. I don't want to be disrespectful here, but his name is Sweems. Very, very difficult name to remember. But he is the artist for Oddity. We actually looked at that project, and we've talked to him a couple times before. So that'll be a lot of fun. We'll be talking about Oddity with Sweems on Fan.
Awesome. And as always, your perception shapes your reality, so always make it a good one.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Gesundheit.
Later, guys.
Aloha.